Who's the new player?
Recording is on.
Don't know. He just posted it in the Discord, our Discord channel for champions, that he was interested in playing. And I said he's more than welcome to lurk this evening, but to get into the game, that I would have to talk to him about what he wants to play for a character.
Yeah.
He can't be a super frog or a knockout.
He just can't jump. He
Those
just can't
pots
jump
are
in till
taken.
tonight.
They're taken. Yep. Yes, they are.
It's if this was an OSR D&D game, good old BX, I'd say sure, generate your character and jump on board. But I think this game demands a little more thought to a character's entrance, just like your Gamma World game kind of does too.
Was Gamma World around when we were kids? Because I think I remember it.
75.
I think I might have. I think I might have played it.
Yeah. 79 is when the first edition came out, but it was
Isn't it interesting how we're all playing the games we played as kids?
Well, it's probably because the model that they landed on was effective. Reason why it became was the model, or a sense there's got to be something in it that worked. Obviously, it did.
Hey, if you handed me Fred right now and I hadn't played Champions when I was a kid, I'd be like, no thanks, dude. No, thank you. But I already knew how to run a character, so it was not that big of a deal.
Here's why I find myself back at Champions for all the complaints I may have it. I haven't found anything that's better. That's a better substitute. They're different. There's the Villains and Vigilantes is a serviceable supers game. Icons is a serviceable supers game, but they offer nothing more than Champions can already do.
Well, I certainly wouldn't. I mean, I just bought a bunch of the PDFs, go back to some of the earlier editions and leave Fred behind, but we're already neck deep into it.
So far, the only thing I can see that the major difference between 3rd edition, my little slim book, 4th edition, and 5th edition is that between 3rd and 5th.
Not that much.
Well, no, that's stuff you can add if you want. This is significant. This is like fundamentally different. Is that when you are stunned, your offensive combat value is reduced to 0 in 3rd edition, and 4th and on, it's half. You get half your combat value. So that's is that a school book that you have?
This is Fred.
I see you wrapped it in a paper bag. That's old school.
What's Fred?
5th edition
revised.
Oh.
It's the Green Man book. That's I don't know. Got some extra pages or some bullshit in there. Anyway,
Fred.
Yep, Fred.
Yep, 5th edition revised. I just have 5th edition, which is this book.
Right.
This is the thick one.
I think that's what I have.
And it's it's not the revised. I don't have revised.
It doesn't say
revised. It doesn't say revised on it.
I do have the revised.
Yeah.
Which
is no big deal. It includes the entire. It's like GURPS. It's like this includes the entire hero system, and I need like this.
I don't know when this was printed. I can't even see it. I know. I think I bought it in like 2000. It was between 2006 and 2008. I took one look at it and put it into a drawer for like 10 years.
I had all the editions: 1st edition, 2nd edition, 3rd edition.
I had Champions 1, 2, and 3, and that's all I ever had.
I had 1, 2, and 3. That's right, 2.
I never had the editions. I just had 1, 2, and 3.
I never had any editions. I only had one character, and that character was Super Frog.
Super Frog.
Super Frog.
And that's the character I have now.
And that's the character that's embroiled in a slugfest in the lumberyard with Genetic Deviant X and a screaming Zeke Duncaster. We're in segment 5, which is Knockout is up, and Super Frog just kicked the genetic deviant X into the log pile.
On this map, where is the wrecked Zeke truck on the other side of the building, on the opposite side of the diesel fuel tank?
I didn't draw Zeke's truck. I didn't get that in there, but it's up against the wall near the skidder, the backhoe. Like as if he thought he was going to drive between the building and the backhoe.
So it's between by that door or whatever.
Yeah, he's kind of crashed it right into the
All
corner
right.
of the building there, and then he got out of his truck and ran around the corner by the diesel gas tank. That's where he got treed by the monster, and then you guys have been battling in that space,
All right.
in that ground between the backhoe and the lumber, and on
So
the other side of you, bordering your battlefield, is the log peeler.
okay.
And so you are near the diesel gas tanks
Yes.
on the ground, and you're both looking at genetic deviant X and the smashed log pile, slowly getting to its feet.
If I was turning and looking at the diesel tank and the building, is the ladder that Zeke was on to the right or the left? To the left would be up where the doors are. Right would be heading towards the wood pile. Because remember, he was on a ladder or something?
Yeah, he was on the ladder that's going to be right next to that door at the diesel fuel tank, at the top of the diesel fuel tank.
All right.
Let's say there's a ladder there that goes to the top of the diesel tank,
Got it.
so you can work on it, and it's braced to the wall.
All right. So it is Knockout's fifth with my whopping 8 intelligence. She is immediately reverting to Dr. Olga Knox's mentality, because she's doing that a lot longer than the last 6 months when she's been knockout, and is going to try to help Zeke escape from a bunch of monsters. And I will start moving towards Zeke and say, "We've got to get out of here. There's monsters. I can help you." And can I
So
grab? Can I try to grab Zeke off of it and start pulling on him and running?
Oh yeah, you can grab him.
Do I hurt
You
him?
can run
'Cause
over.
I don't know my own strength right now.
I'm saying you're not gonna hurt Zeke, but you can run over and grab him.
And keep running?
And which way do you want to run? Like you've got the.
I'm
If you're
running
gonna do
away
a
from the
grab action,
monsters.
what's half your move?
Half my move is just 4 inches.
Because isn't that what you got to do? Move your half and then grab them, or move your whole.
Well, are we assuming that I have to grab him, or is he a friendly and I can grab him without it being a half a phase action?
He's a friendly.
So I grab him and keep running. So I'll move around the other side of the building where the doors are with Zeke
Okay.
from the monsters. Monsters, run, Zeke, run! We got to get out of here.
That brings us to segment 6, which is Super Frog and the Beast.
I'll use an end.
So Super Frog, what would you like to do? You're up.
I've got a 6 speed, right? You knew that?
Yep.
Okay. Now, what does this guy look like again? You got to refresh me.
He looks exactly like this.
Really?
Yes. Yep. I thought you picked this up because it reminded you of genetic deviant X.
Oh, so that guy. All right, not the other guy.
No, that's what he looks like. That's like Knockout you, supposedly, in the Steel comic. But what genetic deviant X looks like is that.
And he's got like a sucker that eats brains.
Brains.
Yeah, its hands, right on the ends of its fingers, started burning through Knockout's skull, or trying to.
Now, if I kicked him away, right?
So I'm saying you're about 13, 10 to 13 inches.
Oh yeah,
Hexes
you
away.
really landed, didn't you? I forgot
Oh, you
about
got
that.
he's like 10. He's 10 hexes away.
I didn't
Okay.
write anything down.
So that's like 65 feet. So you're 65 feet away from the log pile in between the building and the other.
And what's he doing?
He's slowly getting to his feet,
And
steadying itself.
he's in the log pile.
Yeah, well, he's standing up now in the log pile.
Okay, well, he's gonna get freaking. It's gonna get slammed again. I mean, I've got pretty high. I can go pretty fast. I've got a 201 foot. I got a 25 something leap. No, I've got a 31 leap, 31-inch leap. So I
Yeah,
should
so
be
you
able.
can cover 15. You can what? You can cover 15 and still attack, and he's 10 away.
Okay.
His dexterity is 18. What's your dexterity?
30.
Can you roll? Can you roll? What do you want? I want you to roll. $66. And count
Oh,
up the body and tell me what you get.
okay. Body is if it's anything less than a 6.
6 is 2. 2 through 5 is 1. Ones are 0.
Okay. So 6 body.
Okay. Make your attack. It's got a combat value of 6.
I've got a combat value of 10.
So you're 10 and it is 6. You need a 15 or less to hit.
I'm gonna kick it. I'm just gonna come up there and just sort of do like the side kick, you know. And I got a 14.
Okay. Roll your strength damage.
So my kick is a 66 plus the martial kick, which is like 4d4, 4d6. So that's a total of 10d6.
There's no such thing as a martial kick.
No?
There's
It's
a
just
martial strike.
now.
There's a martial strike.
Yeah, it's a martial strike. It's a 4d6 strike.
There's a haymaker. Okay.
It's a plus 46 strike.
In the
It's-
fiction, it's a kick.
I'm still lost. I'm still not seeing it. It's an offensive strike. Then, right?
Offensive strike.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
40, you're not seeing the 46?
No, I see it. I see an offensive strike. There's nothing listed on the combat maneuver table as a kick. That's all.
Okay.
So it's hard to know whether you're doing an offensive strike, a sacrifice throw, a martial grab, whatever. I just need to know the actual maneuver from the table.
Just says kick. It's a kung fu kick.
No, there isn't. In 5th edition, the combat maneuvers table is different. There's no kick.
What did you give me then? I mean, we went over this last time.
You have exactly what you want. You bought some martial maneuvers, and you just have given some of them names that are different than the name on the actual table. So I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if your kick is an offensive strike or
You're
a
going to eat
martial
those
strike.
words. You're just going to get ready to suck them down, Jay.
He's stalling.
I'm not stalling shit. I'm just making sure you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Because
that's never gonna happen.
Okay.
It's champions.
Then roll the damage.
It's on page 402 of Hero System 5th edition.
Oh.
You can tell me this is what you gave me, so this is what I used.
Is it a package deal?
It's a kick. It's a kung fu kick.
Okay. Would you say page 402?
There it is. It's a strength plus 46 strike.
Yeah. So exactly. That is, just so you know, so you can get squared around, especially when you're building your own characters, that is an offensive strike. And they just added a colorful name to it.
In the Kung Fu table.
PCs are more than welcome to add whatever colorful name they want to, but I'm going to check every once in a while that they know actually what they're doing, what your
I didn't.
power is.
Wait, can we just square this away again? I did not give it a colorful name. It's not me. It is what the book says.
Bullshit. Not
It's
what the
what
book
I.
says.
Did you read it? You got to
I
look at
did. I'm looking at the package deal for what? Jiu-jitsu, right? I'm not looking at the combat maneuver table. Could you look at the combat maneuver table for the game?
Okay, I don't even know where that is. So anyway, so we're gonna roll this thing. I didn't give it a name. It has the name. It's called a kick. Okay, you're calling it something else. Just saying.
So you get a minus. So it gives you a minus to your offensive combat value when you use it, and a plus to your defensive combat when you use it. So you don't have a 10, you have a combat value of 8.
Okay.
Yes.
And now we got to basically where I was trying to get to. When you look at that ability and you're going to use it, make sure you add in the OCVs and DCVs, or I'll stop the session and enforce them.
I was doing that last time.
Yeah,
but
we haven't been playing in 6 weeks.
Has
Yeah,
it been that long?
It's been
a
that long.
long time.
So I'm on the same page. We are rocking and rolling. I bet you. I bet you got a big fat damage count for me.
Yeah, I got it's 37 for the stun, and then it's 9 for body.
Okay, it takes no body damage. Roll. You did 18 for knockback purposes. It's got a physical defense of 24.
I'm kicking it straight into the log pile, so I don't know what that's gonna do to it.
Log pile's kind of not standing anymore.
All right, then
You already knocked it over. So
okay.
the first thing he's going to hit is probably the forest line.
You went for a little leap there.
So he took 13 stun.
Good.
That's good.
That's way good. And I got to roll 2d6 1 for his knockback. 9 from 18, 9 inches, 9 times 6.5. That's over 60 feet. He goes crashing into the trees and knocks over some trees. And what the hell is he going to do now? He's like really far away from you.
He's not too far for me to kick him again. Just give me another phase, man.
What's his movement? His movement's 14. He can go 7. He grabs. He comes running at you and grabs one of the logs from the log pile to give him extra reach to be able to swing it at you. To still reach you. You'd have been just out of reach, but that's why he grabs the log.
If it's a 30-foot tree or more, it has 5 defense and 11 body. He wouldn't have been able to knock that tree down. But if it was a much smaller tree, it would be 4 defense and 5 body. He could have knocked that one down.
He's picking it up from the log pile. One of the.
He flew over the log pile and into the trees.
No, he went into it, threw it into the trees the second time. He got kicked once into the log pile. Now he's kicked into the trees.
Got it. And the
So
log
he
pile
gets
kind
his
of
ass
spilled out.
up.
He should be doing that log pile thing, running on him.
And but his chances of hitting are pretty poor because he's got an offensive combat value of 6. Yours is 11.
Yeah, go frog.
Because of the. Ugh.
I've got a
It's a 6 or less.
Yeehaw. A miss. Miss.
Big time. So dodging his wild swing with the log is easy to do.
I was gonna jump. Yeah, I'm gonna sort of run across it as he swings around. I'm just gonna lightly touch with my feet, and then land in front of him and kick him in the face again.
Using the log as a weapon would give him some bonuses for his OCV. I'm sure if we took the time to look it up.
It's negligible. I mean, when I'm looking at a 14 roll, and he's trying to hit Super Frog.
Super Frog.
I gotta see like 6s and 5s to start getting excited and thinking that. But we're on to segment 8, which is Knockout and Super Frog. You both are up.
Hey, knockout, man, I could use some help over here. Where are you going? Why are you running?
Zeke, I guess Zeke's asking you to push his car out of the building so he can drive it away.
Sure.
What he's doing.
Let's get in the truck. See, got to get away from the monsters. Ah! So not knowing Knockout has all this strength, she's gonna just kind of start to try to push on the truck to get it out of the building, and doing it without any problem. It's like, oh, and then we'll get into the truck.
Roll 3d6 for Zeke. If you roll a 16 or above, he's panicking, and you know that situation where you put it in reverse and slam on the gas and think you're going to go forward or whatever.
Zeke rolls an 8. He's not
Zeke's
panicked.
solid.
He sees all this stuff all the time, man. He lives here.
He's had plenty of juice. He's been fortified. So
I did use my strength though, so I think that's 2 more end.
he asks you if you want to get in the truck.
Oh yeah, definitely. After I push it out and jump in, we're getting out of Dodge.
Okay. They're driving away, Super Frog.
This place is filled with monsters.
You know, I don't know. This is like a pattern. I just start doing some serious heavy hitting, and this freaking she just starts going. She leaves. I don't get it. But I'm in. I'm in until the brain's gone. I guess. Fuck. What am I supposed to do? I at least want to try to get another shot at this guy and see if I can do something to him.
Okay.
So, he's what? He's on the other side of the log pile or whatever?
No, he's standing right in front of you, swinging a log at you. Well, I guess he's doing it from 15 feet away, 16 feet away, 3 hexes away.
60 feet?
Yeah, 3 hexes.
Yeah, so he's on the other side of the log.
So he's 16 feet. He's 15, 16 feet away.
All right.
To
16. Super Frog's, just gonna come bouncing in, and give him a good, straight on, kick, he's gonna just sort of come in here, like this and just go pow, just like that, like right. And if this was like the head of this other guy, he's just gonna go pow. And that's a -2, so that's a 8 OCV against whatever he has.
6 to 8. So you need 13 or less.
I got a 5.
All the damage because you cleaned his clock.
Yeah, listen to all those dice.
That's a lot of dice. Not a lot of body though. And not a lot of it's not that awesome as I thought it would be. It's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 body, and something like 29 stun.
Okay, minimal stun. I'm ticking them off though. We haven't. Okay. Going down now, going down. And so your 8 turns to 16. I rolled a 3 minus 1 is 2, so he's got to go 15 back into the woods.
Just send it back.
Slam back into more trees. I'm going to roll damage on this. I'm going to roll a bunch of damage going back into the trees a second time. And that's going to give him, I'm going to make him roll 15d6 of damage.
Yeah, if he does 16, he can hit a big tree and knock it over. Now that'd be cool.
For an additional 52 stun and 12 body.
Oh.
So that is going to be.
Full body will only break a small tree.
Oh, he's breaking himself. I think chunks of him are going off in like these fleshly pieces, not destroyed, but really.
What's his texture? Is he squishy?
He's like ropey between. You see, some of it looks like flesh, some of it looks like wood, some of it looks like moss, some of it looks like stone.
Wow, he's more of a naturalist, huh?
Yeah. Oh no, he's got a constitution of 30, but he's out of stun.
Yay.
So
What does
you
that
knock
mean?
the thing down, it's not moving. It's trying to regain consciousness.
I'm on it, man.
It's defenseless.
I'm on it. I'm sorry. This thing is like not. It's just gonna get the full blown, like, set up the tee on the football kick to the head. I want to take it out. We can't let it live. Sorry, Knockout. You're not here. You can't see this. Okay. But Super Frog is not putting up with it. All right.
So that was the 8th.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So we're on to that was the 8th, so we're on to the 9th. Nobody goes because the creature is broken. Breaks up like the leechy ones that attacked you in town. But this time, instead of like dissolving, it kind of looks like it grows like roots and like little viney things, like sprouts, and then disappears all into the ground and leaves a moist patch where it once was.
Okay. Well, good. Super Frog's just gonna, just look around. Anything else like moving? Then he's
Nope. The forest is peaceful once again, and the bird song going off in the distance, like nothing has a care in the world.
all right. Super Frog's just gonna try to lean some trees back up, like try to make it nice again, and then bound out of the woods.
Okay. There in Zeke's beater pickup truck. Where's your Toyota 4Runner or whatever, your GMC Terrain?
We left it at the gate with the Nat Guard folks.
Perfect. So you can have Zeke drop you off.
Yeah.
They're in a 4-wheel drive on a bumpy road, so it takes no effort to catch up with Zeke and his pickup.
Frog's running alongside, jumping in.
No, I'm just gonna land on the roof, nice and easy, not trying to push it into gravy, and just sort of look down, at you guys. I'm just gonna like knock on the glass and smile.
Just screaming monsters. Ah!
Yep. Zeke's like, who is that guy? What is that thing? Who's with you? What's that?
I think I'll try to make an intelligence check on Knockout to see if she can get a hold of herself here.
Okay.
So I think at 8 will still be an 11 or less. So let's see if I can get a hold of myself here.
Not rocket time.
11 or less. So Knockout's sort of not freaking out as much.
Okay.
So, Frog, what are you doing on the window? Get in here. And she opens the door and scoots over towards Zeke. As we're flying down the road.
It'll slide in. Yeah, I'll slide
Yeah, it's
in.
kind of on the bench seat.
Yeah, Knockout will even grab him.
Yep. I'll jump in to the truck.
All right. So we're flying down this back road now, all of us in there.
Yeah, and Zeke's like, where do you want me to drop you off? Because I don't ever want to see you guys ever again.
Well, I think that's a little harsh, Zeke. We don't really know each other.
I think that was some crazy shit back there. You guys, I don't know what you're involved in, but I don't want nothing to do with it.
Zeke, we're from the government. We're here to help.
Yeah, you gotta go. I've gotta go. So he pulls up to the front gate of the Pondsville where the National Guard's got it on lockdown, and comes to a stop and says, "Been real fun there, Olga. Really know how to show a guy a good time."
Cool to
Like,
meet you, Zeke. We should hang out again sometime.
I hope not. I really do. I really, really do hope we don't. And he peels on out.
Bye, Zeke.
So where did we meet him? I can't
Thank
remember.
you.
I thought we went into like a tunnel or like in the mine, and then we left the mine. What happened last time?
Knockout ran into him drinking in his truck, listening to the radio at that lumber yard.
He's a local. He lives here. Frog. Now
And
what?
she started asking questions, and he actually showed her where there was an access to get into the Pondsville mine.
And
That's
we went in, and why did we leave?
Hey, Frog. Remember there was like a vest in there? You want to go back and get that?
A vest?
Yeah, it was like a bulletproof vest or something, and we left it there.
Yeah, I don't really remember any of that. But
I think you left because you got some things, and you felt that the place was cold. That you had squeezed whatever you were going to get out of it.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that was, I think you left everything that you found there alone except floppy disk and some medical journals.
Oh yeah, and Super Frog grabbed those.
Mm-hmm.
Knockout should be getting some of her intelligence back now that we're out of combat.
Yes.
All right.
And
So,
so I was gonna
back.
give it to like Spooky Dude on the radio, but I don't have no idea how to get a hold of him.
Spooky guy on the radio. Yeah, I thought he said he would get in touch with you, but I don't quite remember that. But I think.
Mm-hmm.
Knockout will say your memory's not that great, is it, Super Frog? But you sure do kick well, huh?
I live in the moment, Knockout. Literally.
It just happened a minute ago. All right. Well, who cares about the bulletproof vest then? Now what? Back to Harem and talk to the sheriff?
The sheriff didn't really want to talk to us, I don't think.
Oh, everyone wants to talk to me. It's you they don't want to see, Frog.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to say it like that. You're hurting my feelings.
Oh,
I just wish I could remember who I was.
You're not even Tom Jones anymore?
I don't even know if that's my real name.
Speaking of Super Frog, when we get back to Capital City, I want to look at your charts.
Oh, you mean the ones, the test they did on me?
Yeah. I'm going to look into that. Well,
I think I want to go back to the city, and I want to go to the city records, and I want to at least, chase down the name I think I have.
sure. So Knockout does that thing where she kind of pushes Frog towards the truck and goes around and gets in. And when she gets in, she says, "So Frog, what happened down there at that lumber camp? My memory's sort of shot. I remember getting touched, and then it was just kind of like,
Yeah,
I was really stupid."
You were being touched inappropriately, Knockout, and I kicked him to next Tuesday.
I'll start the car and say,
while you were getting in the car and having this discussion, several, of course, of the National Guardsmen were, snapping pictures of you guys.
And Super Frog's gonna like snap out his tongue, and then back in, and just give him a big smile. Give him a big Super Frog smile. And yeah, so you basically had your brain sucked out, and then I had to kick the shit out of this big squirrely thing, and he disappeared into the ground. He became he just disappeared into the ground, just like those other like zombie bags. So I don't know what this deal is, but he was not cool. But I kicked his ass, and his face, and his arm, and his body, and his nuts, his legs, his little hands with the hands on them. I kicked everything. Let's go back to town. I could use some pizza.
Deep Ghost comes back on the radio on the drive in, of course, and asks if you were able to get any any analog data from the Ponzil mine.
Superfrog's going to turn it up really loud and start shouting into it. Okay, he's back. He's back. I got these discs, and he's going to hold them up like the guy in the radio can see them.
Yeah, he goes, can you guys stop at the nearest Kinko's? Find like some like a printer at a print shop. Something's networked, connected.
He's going to look at Babelicious and say, what's the Kinko's?
We have logs and discs. That's what I wrote down.
Yep.
Yeah, medical logs, right?
And Deep Ghost is asking you to stop at a Kinko's or any place that's got a network printer.
What do you want us to do, Deep Throat?
Throw the stuff on it. Throw the stuff on the printer. I'll take it from there. I'll scan it all. I'll suck all the info out of it.
Through the printer?
Yep.
That's so cool.
I can do some mad shit with electronics.
And what were you going to do for us again? Like, this
I
sounds
was going
important.
to look through the information and find out anything that may lend insight into your identity, Superfrog.
Oh.
Seems like you really were interested in getting that, and so that was my deal.
What do you think there, Knockout? You know where I can find a Kinko's? Let's make this happen. This guy seems cool.
There isn't Kinko's anymore. It's FedEx.
Oh, FedEx Kinko's, yep.
Everyone knows this. Deep Ghost.
That's not a Kinko's, FedEx, same thing. But yeah, Google it. You'll find it off on the highway. You guys are just driving down.
So Superfrog's been
So
buried.
what I think, Frog, is that this Deep Ghost owes us one if we do this for him. That's what I think.
He owes us 2.
Even better.
Why 2?
I'll be happy to collect
why
one
2?
off this guy.
Why do I owe you 2?
Because you want something from us.
And we don't give a shit about this stuff. Okay? Boom. So
okay, no worries. Just get it on the printer.
Deal. And then we're coming back to Capital City.
After I get the stuff, we're done.
what do you
I recommend you get rid of the stuff after I scan it.
what's so important about this stuff?
Professional curiosity. Like I said, I'm a broker of information for my own financial benefit. Anything and everything that I can get my hands on that I can know about, like this kind of stuff, is profitable, tradable.
All right. So you tell us a little bit of, about me and my background, and then you owe us one when we need it. That's the deal.
No problem. Goes, yeah, there's some music comes on, like some smooth jazz. No problem, guys. He's like playing the spa channel, trying to bring down ease the tensions.
All right. What do you say, baby? Let's do this thing.
Goodbye, Deep Ghost, until we meet again, hopefully in person.
Yeah, sucker.
Oh, I'll be back. I'll be back in touch with you in just about 5 minutes after I scan the data. I'll have it all processed, lickety split. Don't worry. You get back in the car, I'll have turn on the radio. I'll pop in pretty soon.
Can't wait.
All right. So go ahead.
It's just going to say he just literally wants you to just like put stuff on the printer, close the thing down.
When we get into Harem, we'll go to the Kinko's.
Oh, you're going to have to go past Harem to get to a Kinko's.
Oh, well, we're stopping in for pizza then.
Okay.
If it's open.
It is. It's filled with the deputies.
Filled with what?
Good.
Deputies. The deputy
Deputies?
sheriffs for Harem County.
I'm
We
still
walk-
wearing like a cop outfit.
Yeah. I have my new costume on. We walk in like, we're celebrities here.
Yeah, you guys are you fit? So they're like, this is the face of the FBEE for real. You guys are for real enhanced entities working for the feds. You got a license to kill?
I'd
Are
like
you
two pepperonis and one everything. Make that and a cheese. Can I have those? And he's just gonna call out some orders. And as they call the orders out, he's gonna like tongue them from across the thing. He's gonna go.
Cheese sandwich and a small salad, please, and some water.
Yeah, they said like you're probably gonna have to make that yourself. They're knockout. I don't think none of the staff are in, but we're pretty
I'll
good
have
with
a
the pizza.
slice of
Super
his
Frog.
pizza.
We'll get your pizza started right away. We don't know how to do them salads though.
Okay.
Ugh, salads.
So
So,
Super Frog's gonna be like, "Do you have any leads for us? Like, what's going on? What can we help with?"
they don't know shit.
No, no, really, tell us. We're really good with this stuff. Any zombie bags? Any zombie bags coming around? You know, the ones that pop and spill everywhere.
No, they haven't seen any of that. What you're talking about? They did some mopping of the place because of the goo. Some of the lab guys at Forensics County Sheriff Department took off with someone. They wanted to check some of that out.
Mm.
But outside of that, they're just keeping people from going up the county road towards the Pondsville mine, manning the detour and the road stoppage.
So, deputies, when does this weird stuff happen? Is it all the time out here, or is this just last week or so?
No, this is nothing's been going on around here for a long time. Now all of a sudden it's just like it's like the mine never stopped having problems. There was a toxic spill way back when. People up there in that area.
It's toxic, all right, deputy.
So I just, we've been, I wouldn't recommend drinking the water in Harem. Like, and they got like tons of empty plastic bottles of water in the restaurant.
I wouldn't either. Look what it did to Super Frog. Super Frog's looking around like, what? I'm the normal one here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's all you gotta.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's all you gotta in Harem.
Let's go downtown. Can I drive?
Do you know how to drive?
Yeah.
Let's see your driver's license.
I don't. It just shows the FBI thing.
That's not a driver's license, Frog. That's your FBEE badge.
I don't really know how to drive, but can I drive?
I had to say no. We eat one pizza and we take one to go, so Super Frog can continue to eat. So, Knockout doesn't have to listen to him.
Right.
And then we start heading back to Capital City. We'll stop for gas if we need it, and then we'll stop at the first FedEx.
Okay.
Or any place that has something where we could scan those logs for the ghost.
Yep. The first FedEx that you find off the highway, no worries. You're about 45 minutes outside of Capital City. You put it all on there and the printer goes on, without you activating it, going, and it's like the whole thing. Like, it doesn't matter what you put on there. It scans it all and then stops. And then over the in-house phone system, like speakers, you hear pop. Got it all, thanks. And you recognize Deep Ghost's voice coming out of the speaker on the speakerphone. Co-opted that to let you know he got it all.
Nice.
So when you're back in the car, what Deep Ghost has for you, Super Frog, out of all the stuff that it went through, was that you were labeled test subject A59 and that you were spliced with some of the promising results from the Belize location.
Hmm.
The effects of amphibian DNA as a stabilizing region was attempting to be confirmed.
Wow. How long have I been gone?
Quite a while. I gotta look at that time. Let me pull up that timeline. Because we have a timeline of events there at the Ponsville mine.
So what was I being tested on for? How'd they even get a hold of me? Who am I?
Unfortunately, there was nothing else on the material that you got that Deep Ghost could find. That's all. And he's approximated the location of the what's being referred to as the Belize location. Running some algorithms, he was able to figure out where he thinks it's where the location is.
Is it in Belize?
Yeah, it's off the east coast, I believe, in the Keys. There's a lot of keys off the coast.
Island?
Yeah, echo reserves and stuff like that.
But
2000. Somewhere between 1998 and 2000 is when you went on ice as test subject A59.
you got to find out a little bit more than that, man. You know, the deal wasn't whatever's in the data. The deal was you being like Deep Ghost. You know people and you know shit and you know people who know people who know people. You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I need to know who I am. I have no idea who I am. I'm test A59, and that's a little impersonal, don't you think, Babelicious?
You call me
A59.
Babelicious.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
That's
Barb.
his catchphrase.
Yeah, sorry, Biatch. I yeah, spliced
You're
amphibian
gonna be sorry.
DNA. Dude, I don't even know if you can fight. Every battle we've been in, you just go wandering off trying to save everybody when you should be kicking ass. That's okay though. That's cool. Oh, by the way, that should be watered down, Jay.
I don't see why.
Yeah.
Why delay the effect? Doesn't make sense. Mad
So
Hurt gives you guys a call on your way in, saying that there's a media scrum out in front of the FBE, so be on your best behavior. Word's got out that we've got some actual enhanced entities working for the FBE here in Capital City, and so the press is going mad about it. They're gonna want a press statement. So when you pull in out front, be ready for that.
How is
there's more
Garvic
of us?
Nurse?
Stable. He's pulling through a lot. He's stable. He's out of the woods. He's seen some miraculous turnaround here in the last 24 hours. Last 12
Oh,
hours.
that's great news,
Hey,
Matt Hearn. Yeah, we'll be there in a minute. I Do you actually want Super Frog talking to the press?
hold on, Knockout. Ask him who the enhanced entities are. I'd love to
They're
meet
you
more.
guys. It's you guys.
Oh, you mean us? No, I
Yeah,
thought there
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
some real ones.
You're Super Frog and Knockout, so make a good impression. talk about all your exploits, make them sound really great, and none of the details or whatever. But this is good for us. The more publicity to get, the more funding we get, the more cool stuff we get.
Knockout's just pulling her
So,
hair out at just how ignorant and naive Super Frog can be, even compared to how ignorant and naive Knockout is as a superhero. Super Frog's like that next level. It's just beautiful. I mean, she's just like, what?
It's like, let's go do this thing.
you're a cop. You had a. They gave you the Capital City Police Department radio, two-way radio, banner scanner type thing, so they could get a hold of you because you're nominally working for part of the Capital City Police Department.
I didn't know that.
Knockout. Do you read?
Yeah, Matt Hearn wanted to had a request from the Capital City Police if they could tap some of the muscle, and he asked Super Frog if Super Frog would be down with that, and then Super Frog went and got all duded up in his police duds so he could look like Barney Miller.
I'm not sure Knockout was aware of that, but obviously, yeah, he's got the Millennium City Police get up on.
Yep, Capital City, and it's
chances are she didn't care to know about it. The less she knows about Super Frog, the better.
Barney Miller. I look like Barney Miller. That's what I asked for. I wanted to have like a cop, like a 1970s detective.
I can see it. I've watched a lot of Barney Miller.
It's like a maroon suit, maybe with like a blue and maroon striped tie, or maybe a beige pants.
We're probably the most well-informed 6 and 7-year-olds of Barney Miller. Like kids watch that show. It was funny.
I was like Fish.
Fish, of course, everyone likes Fish. Does anyone remember the hash brownie episode?
No.
Sergeant Roja Howitz. He brings in brownies from
Sergeant Roja Howitz. I remember that guy now that you sent it, but all I remember was Fish. Anyway, so are we at the FBEE building now?
Not quite yet, because
you gotta hit us with something, don't you?
I'm gonna hit you with something. You have a decision to make. There's on the Capital City Police Band is called for a response to an active shooter in the downtown core. And now this is flashing across the news. Protesters and right-wing militants clashed earlier in downtown over Black Lives Matter and the spate of racially motivated arson. But the police moved in and separated the two groups with a police line through the downtown intersection. It was 20 minutes after the initial clash. The police began to deploy tear gas in an attempt to expand the distance between the groups of protesters and white militants. It was at this time shots rang out. An exchange of gunfire was had. When shots in the street stopped, an automatic weapon opened fire from the 5th floor of the Ganley building. Unknown gunmen still firing indiscriminately up and down the street. Police are waiting for the tear gas to clear before they move in.
Tell them we're on our way, Frog. We can help them. And Knockout steps on the pedal.
We got this. We're on our way. One Adam 12. Got a 211 in progress.
That's down near 12th and Cayuga and Blackbridge. The protests are going on right downtown every day, especially on the weekends.
See if you can find a siren or a button for a siren, Super Frog. Let's be official.
I'm not very good at pushing buttons because my fingers are big, but look around. Is there any buttons?
I don't know if the GMC came with it. I mean, there's one in the glove box that you got to slap on the roof.
With the
magnet.
Let him make a roll, see if he finds one.
Boom.
No, that's what you find. That's what you find.
Oh, yeah, there you go. You found a light.
Yep, it doesn't make any noise, but you got a light.
Shame.
You gotta honk.
Let's play Knockout. We get down here. How do you want to do this? I mean, I can jump all over hell and back, but I could go up high and scope it out.
I think we're here to help this time, Super Frog.
Well, I help out by punching stuff. That's what I do. I'm pretty good at it.
So Knockout's shaking her head like, yes, you do. You're a big help at punching things. But
okay. So what do we see when we get
we're
down?
here to help.
Police, Capital City Police have got the intersection on 12th and Cayuga roped off by 1 block. On the northeast corner of the intersection of 12th and Cayuga is the Ganley building. It's an 8-story office complex. And from the 5th floor office window on a corner giving the a view down the south down Cayuga and east down 12th Avenue was spraying the streets. The intersection where there's protesters and right-wing militants, you can see there's probably 4 to 5 bodies. There's other bystanders still trapped in the intersection, either behind cars or they've run into buildings and shops right on the corner.
Knockout will, whenever we're close enough to the cops to park, we'll get out and I'll.
Yep. You're on the, where would you be? You guys would come in on, you would be coming east on 12th or heading west on 12th Avenue.
Okay. And I'll tell whatever law enforcement that stop us, we're from the government, or we're here to help. Take us to your leader.
Super Frog! It's Super Frog!
It's gonna show the
Super
bag.
Frog's here. Super Frog! We haven't been able to move in. He's got 4 hostages. We're in for the hostage negotiator.
Where is he? Where is he? Tell me where he is.
So we're hoping we get the 5th floor.
Uh-huh.
They show you the broken window where machine gun fire is coming out of every once in a while, still spraying the street.
Okay.
We got civilians trapped in some of the stores along the street. No one's going to be able to move until we neutralize the active shooter.
I'm going after the civilian, Super Frog. So Knockout's going to start moving towards where the downed protesters or whatever are in the street. Try to get them.
Okay. All right. Well, Super Frog's just gonna, leap for the building. And the play on getting up the building is, just hit the side of it and stick, and sort of jump up, but try to stay out of the window area, the broken window area, and just sort of stop, right outside. Try to be quiet, but try to stop outside of the window, maybe sort of facing down, sort of like 3/4 down near the window, and just listening.
You get a call. You can smell the smell of gunpowder, spent cartridges, the sweat of fear. You can taste that on your tongue. From down below, the police bullhorns going on. It says, "Super Frog, the shooter says if you don't stand down, he's going to start tapping hostages. We need you to step back."
I got this. So how do you know I was there? He saw me coming up?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean,
he's got the TV on. TV news cameras on you.
okay.
That's how he knows. He's monitoring the news. So, Channel 5 Action News is there, probably Channel 13.
Okay, so it's the 5th floor. Like, how many floors? That's 8. So it's somewhere
8.
in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna pile drive through, right? He's gonna jump. He's gonna stick his tongue to the wall, and use that, to like sort of arc out and then through one of the windows, but not the one that's broken.
Of course not. Of course not. All right. Post segment 12. You're going to get the drop on him. Look, it's some dude in a wife beater and camo pants, Doc Martens, and he's got a light machine gun on a stand right there in the window that he was firing on. So you're coming at him. He's letting go of that and going for his pistol on his belt.
Well, I want to grab him with the tongue. I want to reach out and like entangle him with the tongue, because I've got joint lock and basically I've got some like judo moves with my tongue.
He's got a defensive combat value of 5. Yours is